Hey guys, did you guys see Kanye West on the Joe Rogan show? This was quite interesting. Um, Guys, I have to say it. Let me say it right up front. Let's hope that Kanye West never become president. I don't think the country is that weird that we're gonna vote for Kanye West. This should never happen. He's cuckoo, all the way, guys. I mean, Kyle Kolensky from Secular Talk had a great video about that, and I think he's right about this. I mean, the guy is just like grand stuff. He just want to stand out. He's looking for attention, for grandiosity, and that's it. And that's narcissism to the full effect, and we don't want that anymore. We don't want like a black Donald Trump. I mean that's what I think he is. But the guy's a good guy. He's smarter than Donald Trump, but I also think that he has a better heart than Donald Trump. He has more empathy. He's not a evil person, but he has some narcissism in him where he loves himself, where he thinks he's the greatest, and I don't think it's good to be like that. It's better to be humble. He has no sense of humbleness, and that's why you like Donald Trump, because of that vibe, that energy. He said that him and Donald Trump has dragon energy. So, guys, let's look at this video of Kyle Kolensky. He describes the situation of Kanye West, and we talk about it. Thank you.
Went on Joe Rogan's podcast. It was glorious. I enjoyed every minute of it. I soaked it up. There are some legendary moments that no doubt will be echoed for decades. So here's one of my favorite parts. This is Joe asking probably the most obvious question you can and should ask anybody who wants to run for president and be the most powerful person in the world. He's basically saying, so what do you want to do? Like, what policies are you for? And Kanye's answer is brilliant.
What would you do if you were the leader of the free world? Like, what would be different about the way you would handle things? Like, if that's your plan, like, what is it about that is your calling? Like, why would you want to do that? Like, what do you want to do differently if you were the leader of the free world?
Well, there was a couple questions in there. You said, why is that your calling? The world is like, there couldn't be a better time to put a visionary in the captain's chair. And that's not to say we haven't had visionaries before. I'm not coming here to down any of the other. I'm not here to down Trump, down Biden. I'm just here to express why God has called me to take this position.
So God wants Kanye West to be president. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Come on, man. One of the comments was really interesting to me. Somebody said, if Kanye was poor, everybody would assume that he needs medicine. Like, he's got issues. But since he's really wealthy, it's just casually viewed as, well, obviously he's a mega genius. And so now he's eccentric, as opposed to like troubled or scatterbrained. He's asked specifically what he wants to do as president, and his answer is basically, I'm a visionary and God is calling me. There's another part there where I cut it out because he kind of babbles on for about a minute or two and doesn't really say anything, but he brings up some sort of analogy of like, I'm like the captain of a boat and there's like 100 people on the ship or 1,000 people on the ship, and you got to control that ship, and that's what I got to do for like the nation. It's like, okay, you're just describing like what a president's role is. The question was about what are you going to do? There's parts where Joe asks questions that are like, it's almost like he's giving him the answer in the question. Joe's like, okay, so here's a big problem, student loan debt. We got over $1 trillion in student loan debt that really holds people back. They're basically like indentured servants to a corrupt, broken system, and they got to pay it off. Student loan debt's a huge problem. What do you want to do about it? Almost like a softball down the center of the plate, like, and Kanye's like, couldn't even swing. Because the answer is like, yeah, abolish it. Are you kidding me? We got all the money in the world to be an imperialistic superpower and bomb 8 different countries and have like 900 military bases everywhere and bail out Wall Street to the tune of trillions of dollars. Well, we can't wipe out $1 trillion in student loan debt. Of course we can. We've chosen not to. As president, I will choose to do it. I will do everything in my power to eliminate student loan debt. There's other developed countries that have free college. There's no student loan debt. There's none of it. We could do that. Why can't we do that? Of course we could do that. He gave you the answer in the question. Student loan debt's a big problem. Should we perhaps get rid of it? That's what happens. That's what happens. Now, okay, I gotta show you one more because we get to foreign policy and this is incredible.
What if China takes over Taiwan? What if they invade Taiwan? What if something happens with Syria? What if something happens with Iran? What if something happens with Russia? And you have to make decisions about military action. Have you thought about this?
Yes, I would.
Incredible.
Wow.
Incredible.
This is crazy.
By the way, there's one point where there's an awkward pause. I forget what the topic was when this happened. But there was an awkward pause that was extended. And then when Kanye finally says something, he says, I just said a prayer right there.
So you guys see why you cannot have Kanye as president, you know. That, I mean, you're asking him a question and he blanks out. This is so dangerous. But I don't think it's going to happen. The Trump phenomenon, the reason why I was afraid of Kanye is because of the Trump phenomenon. I see that people voted for reality television, so I was afraid that they're gonna do the same thing for Kanye. But I think Kanye is a different case. People see that he has mental problem. He actually was diagnosed with a mental issue. So I hope that will never happen. You know, and after the Trump drama, we should never do that anymore. We should just go for like people that are strict, like people that are like have their mind working perfectly. Guys, I hate to say this. I'm going to say that even about myself. I think I would never qualify to be president. First of all, because I wasn't born here, but I think you know, I'm the kind of guy that I get distracted a little bit. So I wouldn't even put myself in the presidency. You know what I'm saying? So being a president, I think you have to be super sharp, and you have to also be honest. Don't be a crook. You know, but I think those are the things that you need. You know, you cannot. Not everybody can run for president. That's the way I look at it. So guys, please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you think. Guys, thank you.